Hi there traders, this is Steve Miley, the market chartist, with our regular weekly macro watch roundup for FX Explained for the week commencing the 12th of July 2021. Delta variant spread and Fed fears sees risk-off market reactions. So let's kick off with the macroeconomic and geopolitical developments of the past week. Well, global financial markets reacted to ongoing fears of a more hawkish monetary policy in the US, alongside global concerns around the spread of the COVID-19 Delta variant. Despite that, global market services and composite PMI were broadly better than expected. But although still at very positive levels in here, the US ISM services PMI missed expectations. We got the Fed minutes this week, but this did little to alter the march in US treasuries and global bond markets to lower yields. There's been still no agreement on oil production amongst OPEC Plus, as the United Arab Emirates continue to object to the deal, leaving oil prices still strong. So let's take a look at the global financial market developments of the past week, the week ending the 9th of July 2021. Well, European stock indices have been sideways in here really for the last 2, 3, even 4 weeks in here, dipping and rebounding last week, having potentially moved to more of a risk-off theme, but rebounding strongly into the end of the week. And US equity indices are a little bit more hesitant last week, but a strong close to the week, hitting yet another new record high here for the S&P 500, still very much bullish. On the yield side though, treasuries continue to rally because of concerns around this risk-off theme that we mentioned there earlier. Concerns around the Delta variant, concerns around maybe a slower global reopening of the global economy, and concerns around potentially a slightly more hawkish Fed than the markets had previously anticipated. All leading in here to a bid for bonds in a risk-off theme, pushing global bonds and here US 10-year yields back below 1.3% last week on the 10-year. The US dollar kind of confused amongst all of this. Sideways really last week. Did make a new recovery high for July, but then dipped back lower towards the end of the week. And the euro equally a little bit indecisive. Still overall a bigger negative theme, but a bounce at the end of last week, easing immediate negative pressures into the start of this week coming. And similar story for the pound in here. The pound's been kind of grinding lower, slightly lower below the lows posted in June in here into early July, but a firm rebound at the end of last week has maybe staved off immediate downside risk for cable. Let's take a look at the commodity markets now, and with that slightly more negative tone for the US dollar, gold is trying to rebound in here, and also with that risk-off theme, gold is a safe haven pushing higher. Oil stays very strong, and there was a dip through the middle of last week, but a strong rebound, and the underlying bullish theme for the oil price with that OPEC Plus concerns in here, keeping the oil price very much bid. And finally, copper is also trying to rebound in here, having formed a base through June into early July. Now let's take a look at the week ahead, week commencing 12th of July 2021. Well, we're going to continue to monitor the spread of cases of the Delta variant of COVID-19 and watching for potential unlocking of lockdowns in Europe. On the central bank side, with our central bank watch, we get the Reserve Bank of New Zealand and the Bank of Canada interest rate decisions and statements are both on Wednesday. And then we get Fed Chairman Powell, he's speaking and testifying in front of Congress on Thursday. And we get the Bank of Japan interest rate decision and statement Friday. US earnings season kicks off this week, and we get Goldman Sachs, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Citibank and Morgan Stanley all reporting, with the financial market sector leading the way into the US earnings season in earnest. So let's take a look at the data calendar. 12th of July, Eurogroup meetings on Monday. China trade data Tuesday alongside German and US CPI. We get that RBNZ, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand decision on Wednesday alongside the BOC, Bank of Canada, also Wednesday. And we've got UK CPI and PPI in the mix there as well. Thursday brings the Australian employment report, Chinese GDP, industrial production and retail sales, and Powell is testifying to Congress Thursday. And then we end up the week with Bank of Japan interest rate decision and statement, EU CPI and US retail sales and the Michigan Consumer Sentiment Index. I'm going to wish you all a great trading week. Don't forget to hit that like button and follow us on our YouTube channel. And I'll be back with you soon for another Macro Watch. So traders, don't forget to catch us on the next FX Explained Macro Watch and all the great content on fxexplained.co.uk.